Hello everyone, welcome to French for Future. First of all, I would like to thank all my viewers who have supported me in reaching the subscription of 1000 subscribers so soon. It is because of your love and support that I could reach here so soon. That gives me a very clear picture that you all are liking the videos and you are learning French sitting at home. In today's video, we are going to learn the second most important verb, that is avoir. So without further delay, let me take you to the most important lesson, the second verb, that is avoir. Leçon 10. In today's lesson, we are going to learn conjugation avec le verbe avoir. Yes, in today's class or today's video, we are going to learn the conjugation with the verb avoir. As you know that conjugation is the change that takes place in a verb to express tense, mood, person and so on. We are going to conjugate verb avoir with the different forms to provide context. Verb avoir in English means to have. Let us see the conjugation and also let us see avoir is the second most important verb used in French. Yes, avoir is the second most important verb used in French. Avoir is considered as one of the principal verbs in French. When we studied the verb être, we understood that être is also one of the principal verb used in French. So now we are learning avoir. Here also I would like to tell that, the verb avoir is also one of the principal verbs in French along with être. Avoir means to have and is one of the auxiliary verbs in French as well. Along with être, avoir is also an auxiliary verb in French. Avoir is irregular in conjugation and literally means to have. Yes, avoir conjugation is very irregular in nature. Now, what are irregular verbs and what are regular verbs? We will be studying in the upcoming videos. Today, let us see how to conjugate verb avoir. Avoir, which means to have, conjugate as j'ai, I have, tu as, you have, il a, he has or it has, elle a, she has or it has, nous avons, we have, vous avez, you have. You know that you with vous is formal in French. Ils ont, they have, masculine plural, and elles sont, which is they have, feminine plural. So this is the verb avoir and how it mean in English. So j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. And what does it mean in English? So I'm sure that you got an idea what the verb avoir means and how it mean in English. Let us see the conjugation once again. It's j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. Now you can see here the conjugation with je, rather than taking je, it is replaced with an apostrophe. Why? Because in French, two vowels cannot come together. So that's the reason, because the AI or A is a vowel. So that's the reason we have used there J apostrophe. And that rule is applicable only with je. It is never applicable with tu or any other following pronoun sujet. It's only applicable with je. That's why it is J apostrophe and we say it or pronounce it as j'ai. Let us look further. Now we are going to understand certain expressions with avoir. We are going to see how we can use the verb avoir to express ownership. So the verb avoir, when we are using in conjugation in French, we try to express or using expressions for the ownership, showing possessions of certain things that you have. For example, j'ai un sien, j'ai une sien. Now you can see here, j'ai un sien, j'ai une sien. See, you are talking about the same thing, but in the masculine as well as in the feminine usage. So when we are talking about a same thing which can be masculine as well as feminine, a dog can be masculine or a feminine, but possessed by different person. But according to the noun, it may vary. So it will change either masculine or feminine. So j'ai un sien, j'ai une sien. Tu as un ballon. Tu as un ballon. You have a ball. So see, a ball has been, an ownership of showing ball. So you have a ball. Tu as un ballon. Tu as un livre. You have a book. All this shows ownership or possession of certain things that you have. So tu as un ballon. Tu as un livre. Il a une belle maison. Il a une belle maison. He has a beautiful house. Elle a un bon visage. Elle a un bon visage. Bon visage. She is an owner of beautiful face, or she has a beautiful face. Elle a un bon visage. Nous avons une belle maison. Nous avons une belle maison. Vous avez des siens. Vous avez des siens. So here you can see nous and vous we usually use in the plural way, but then you can see that group of people can possess singular thing as well as plural thing. So that's why you can see the difference here. Nous avons une belle maison, which is talking about one thing that you possess, and at the same time vous avez des siens. Here you are talking about a group of people possessing many things. So a single person can possess many things. At the same time, a plural person can possess one thing or more than one. So there is no discrimination on that. Anybody can possess either singular object or more than that. So nous avons une belle maison. Vous avez des siens. Ils ont une belle maison. Elles ont une belle maison. So they have a beautiful house. They have a beautiful house. So here masculine and feminine. But then you can see that both the expressions takes with the same usage but with different subject pronoun. Ils ont, they have, but in masculine as well as in feminine usage. Now let us see other expressions with avoir. Avoir is used in a number of idiomatic expressions, many of which are translated by the English verb to be. When we see in English, it is translated with the verb être, or which means to be. We use the verb avoir to express age. So that means when we are talking about somebody's age or asking somebody's age, we usually express the age with the verb avoir. So tu as quel âge, not tu es quel âge. So you will never use the verb être to express somebody's age or asking somebody's age. We always use verb avoir. So tu as quel âge means how old are you in English, but in French you ask in the way that tu as quel âge. For example, in French, avoir plus number plus age, or un means age. So with avoir, in French, we always use the avoir expression to say the age. Tu as quel âge, which literally means in French, j'ai 18 ans. I am 18 years old. I am 18 years old when you say in English. Whereas in French, it literally means I have 18 years. It sounds very different when we translate literally from French to English. That's why, like word to word translation is not something which is clearly used from one language to the another language. You have to understand and take the gist of one language and then put into the proper different language, whether it is English or Hindi or any other language. Because word to word translation will be actually, killing one language, whereas using in the other language. So if I literally translate j'ai 10 ans in English, it means I have 18 years old, which in English is a very wrong expression. So in English, we usually say j'ai these are as I am 18 years old. That means in English we use to be plus number. So I am 18 years old is the correct expression for the question, how old are you? I am. So I am in French is être, but être is never used in French to say the age. Age is always used with the expression avoir. But when you translate into English, it should be as I am 18 years old, never I have 18 years old. Whereas in French, when we write, it is always j'ai 18 ans. So that's a very important concept you have to keep in mind, that age in French will be always taking the verb avoir and never the verb être. Coming up next, let us see the verb avoir used in the affirmative way. J'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. So we have seen this before as well. So here, let me emphasize once again, a verb can be conjugated into three different ways: affirmative, negative, and interrogative. We have learned about the similar verb in être as well. We studied être in affirmative, negative, and interrogative. So this is the way we are conjugating the verb avoir in affirmative usage. Now let us see in negative. It is je n'ai pas, tu n'as pas, il n'a pas, elle n'a pas, nous n'avons pas, vous n'avez pas, ils n'ont pas, and elles n'ont pas. Now you can see that with je, we have again used here je, not with an apostrophe, because ne expression is coming in front of ai. So you can see that all n have taken an apostrophe, because after n it is all vowels used. So that's the reason it's all taking an apostrophe, and it actually is replacing the e. So je n'ai pas, tu n'as pas, il, elle n'a pas, nous n'avons pas, vous n'avez pas, ils n'ont pas, elles n'ont pas. Now let us look into the interrogations. Interrogation we are going to do here with the inversion. So it's ai-je, as-tu, a-t-il, a-t-elle, avons-nous, avez-vous, ont-ils, ont-elles. So this is the inverted usage of interrogation. There are three different types of interrogations used in French that will be coming in the upcoming videos. So there you will be studying what is interrogation and what are the three different ways in putting interrogations. Here, let me tell you that this interrogation is known as an inversion. It's the third level of interrogation, which is inversion. Inversion means we have inverted the verb with the pronoun sujet, and that's why it's ai-je, as-tu, a-t-il, a-t-elle. See, you can see here with a-t-il and a-t-elle, you have inserted a T there, because two vowels comes together and it is been, a break is been given using a consonant there. So that's why to way the way you speak. So it's a-t-il, a-t-elle, not a-il or a-elle. It's a-t-il, a-t-elle, avons-nous, avez-vous, ont-ils, ont-elles. Whereas in the plural, it's not used because T is already breaking the, the expression with the il and the l. So that's the reason we don't have to insert a T with the plural way. Whereas in the singular, il and l, we need to use a T expression. Right now, let us look into the other expressions of the verb avoir. Avoir is used in the impersonal expression il y a. Il y a, which means either there is or there are. Il y a is used to express the existence of a person or a thing, or to make a list of persons or things. So il y a is a very common expression we use in English as well. There is a ball, there is a boy, there is a girl, there are. Whereas in English we use there is and there are for the nearness and the closeness or the farness, there is, there are. Whereas in French, both there is and there are means the same. It is il y a. Il y a doesn't change in any other expression to make it plural. It remains same. So il y a is used for both there is and there are. We usually use the indefinite article un, une and they with il y a. So we will be studying in the coming videos the articles in French. The indefinite articles in French you can see here. Now you must be thinking, why too many of the indefinite articles. That all we will be learning when we will be learning the indefinite articles in French. Now for the time being, you have to keep in mind that il y a is used with the indefinite article on, une and they with il y a. And examples you can see, il y a des livres et des crayons sur la table. There are some books and some pencils on the table. So let it be singular or plural, it remains same. It can be used for the same expression. Il y a is one expression used with both singular as well as plural. Now let us see the il y a expression in a negative way. The negative of il y a is il n'y a pas. So whenever you make something affirmative, you use an equivalent negative expression as well. So the negative of il y a is il n'y a pas. The indefinite articles un, une and they becomes de or d apostrophe after this negative expression. So il y a indefinite article un, une and they in affirmative will change into de or d apostrophe. This corresponds to the English word any. So il n'y a means any or not any. Example, il n'y a pas de crayon sur la table. There isn't any or there are no pencils on the table. There aren't any pencils on the table. Il n'y a pas de plumes sur la table. There aren't any pens or ball pens on the table. Or the expression like il n'y a pas d'étoiles dans le ciel. There aren't any stars in the sky. The sky is having all clouds, so there is no star in the sky. So il n'y a pas d'étoiles dans le ciel. So il y a, which means there is and there are. When you are using in negative, it becomes il n'y a pas. You have to keep one thing in mind, that here also we are using the verb avoir. Il n'y a, a is the verb avoir. So il y a or il n'y a. So you have used here with age, you have used here with the expression like il y a. Coming up next are the other expressions. Let us see how do we use avoir besoin de. Avoir besoin de. So what you have to keep in mind is that, avoir verb can be used with all these kind of expressions. For example, avoir besoin de. So it means to or in need of. So if you want to say that you are in need of a book, so you can say that j'ai besoin d'un livre. J'ai besoin d'un livre. I am in need of a book. J'ai besoin de livre français. You will never say je suis besoin de. That's a very wrong expression. You will never use the verb être when you have to use these expressions. You will always use avoir with these expressions. So it's always j'ai besoin de, I am in need of. You will never say je suis besoin de. That is a very wrong usage. Always remember, with such expressions, use avoir. Avoir envie de, j'ai envie de. Avoir the intention de, to have intention of, j'ai intention de. Avoir faim, to be hungry, j'ai faim. Avoir soif, to be thirsty. So you will never say, though in English you say I am thirsty, I am hungry, but in French these expressions will always and always go with avoir and never with the verb être. Okay, avoir chaud, not I'm feeling hot, it's in French it is with avoir, j'ai chaud. Similarly, you can see avoir froid, I feel cold. Avoir mal à la tête, I have headache, I am having headache. Similarly, avoir raison, to be right. J'ai toujours raison. I am always right. In English, when you say it's I'm always right, but when you in French, see now if you translate the literally concept of j'ai raison means I have reasons. Whereas when you use in English, it will be I am right. Whereas the expression says to be right. So I am right. So j'ai raison. In French, it is absolutely correct, whereas in English, the literally translation will be wrong. So, avoir tort, to be wrong. J'ai tort. Avoir sommeil, to be sleepy. J'ai sommeil. This is the way you have to understand. So, let us practice once again. Être nous avec avoir verb. J'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. So this is the affirmative way of conjugating the verb avoir. Please keep on practicing while saying as well as writing. Try to make small sentences. For example, j'ai une belle maison. I have a beautiful house. J'ai une belle table. J'ai un bon visage. So keep practicing small sentences. Once you start practicing small sentences, then you gradually, knowingly or unknowingly, you start writing French, you start speaking French, you start understanding French. It's only the practice that matters. So, j'ai, tu as, il, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. Négative, je n'ai pas, tu n'as pas, il n'a pas, elle n'a pas, nous n'avons pas, vous n'avez pas, ils n'ont pas, elles n'ont pas. So this is the way you put the negative expression in avoir verb, inversion or interrogations in inversion. Ai-je, as-tu, a-t-il, a-t-elle, avons-nous, avez-vous, ont-ils, ont-elles. So now here you can see, you have understood the three different ways in which the verb avoir can be conjugated in affirmative, in negative and in interrogative. You also saw various expressions that goes with the verb avoir. How il y a expressions you have learned, and how we learned that the verb avoir is used to speak about your age. So avoir is a very important verb, and don't forget that it's one of the most important verb, and it's a principal verb used in French. So keep practicing these. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and there was much learning in today's video, because now we have learned the second most important verb in French, and in the upcoming videos you will be learning more verbs and more conjugations. And gradually, as I said in the video also, that you will be learning French in the best and the easiest way. So please utilize every video to the fullest, so that when you are learning a language, learn to the fullest. Thank you. Till we meet the next video. Thank you.